Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to all of you in today's session. Today's session is about the full length test discussion and the questions are related to Indian economy. I am Csap and I am the Senior Faculty for Economics and Current Affairs in Csap. So without wasting any time, let's start today's session. First question says that millets production comes with a lot of health, agricultural and nutritional benefits. Discuss. We all know that government is today emphasizing on the production of millets very much. So why it is important? Why government is doing so? So this question is all about this. Let's discuss few very important things which if the question comes on millet, then definitely you have to write this thing. Why it is important? Because FAO, Food and Agricultural Organization, has declared 2023 as the International Year of Millets. Number 2, it has special nutritive properties and special agronomic characteristics. Special nutritive properties means they are rich in protein, dietary fiber and micronutrients and antioxidants. They are having this agronomic characteristics क्योंकि कोई भी अगर extreme weather condition है, even then also they are able to get produced and without any extra cost or extra burden to farmers. Now I have segregated this. मतलब अगर कोई और question आता है और if you want to prepare that extra flow chart ना, then you can give what? 2 groups of millets are grown in India. One we call as major millets and one minor millets. Major millets, ragi, jowar, ragi. Today nowadays ragi is in fashion. Ragi ki cookies, ragi ki roti. So even the dietitians, they used to tell that for health benefits it is very good. Second, minor millets. Example, foxtail and little millets. Now, it is a very important point. अगर क्वेश्चन थोड़ा सा ट्विस्ट होके भी आता है कि what are the challenges related to millet production या what the government, how the government is promoting, so these few points you can add over there also. India's millet revolution is a solution to country's dual challenges. What are these dual challenges? First, improving public health. How? By growing awareness of health. How? Millet, it is very good for health. You have to take this. It will help you in eradicating the deficiencies related to either protein, to micronutrients. So in that way, awareness regarding health is spreading. Number 2, environmental benefits of millets. Then B, promoting sustainable agriculture. I think that the most emphasized word of the year, sustainable agricultural practices. How these are sustainable? First, by reviving traditional agricultural practices and then by supporting the small scale farmers because पहले से ही वो produce कर रहे थे. There is nothing new in it. कुछ नया hybrid seed नहीं लेना, बस only जो हमारे traditional practices था उसको थोड़ा और advanced way में और उसको थोड़ा और sustainable way में we are growing it. Then it is a very important fact. You can note it down and और जब भी देखो कुछ डेटा ऐसा आएगा जिसको आपको अलग से नोट कर लेना चाहिए. In economics, yes, you have to give data, but not every data. वो डेटा जो डायरेक्टली आपको आपके क्वेश्चन में हेल्प कर रहा है, जैसे एग्रीकल्चर है. सो एग्रीकल्चर का एक मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है मिलेट प्रोडक्शन. 2-3 डेटा का जो अभी यहाँ पे बताया, नोट इट डाउन और कोई भी रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन आता है तो या तो यू कैन गिव इट इन योर इंट्रोडक्शन और कंक्लूजन. तो वेरी इजीली, और इफ यू आर गिविंग एनी पॉइंट तो उसको सब्सटैंशिएट कर सकते हो. तो इंडिया, नाइजीरिया एंड चाइना, these 3 countries are the largest producer of millets accounting for more than 55% of the total production. Okay, now what are the constraints? ठीक है, मिलेट अच्छा है, गवर्नमेंट एम्फसाइज कर रही है, ओके फाइन, बट कुछ कॉन्स्ट्रेंट्स तो होंगे, कुछ चैलेंजेस तो होंगे. सो व्हाट आर दीज? फर्स्ट, decline in the area under millet cultivation. Earlier, cultivated area was 35 million hectares of land and now it is only 50 million hectares. Next, lack of awareness. Still people are not aware of the health benefits of millets. Then, high cost. Millets often priced higher than the traditional cereals. Then, limited availability. Even though people are ready, people are aware, but distribution equal नहीं है. So जहाँ demand है वहाँ पे वो production पहुँच पाता, और जहाँ पे production है वहाँ पे वो equally demand के according distribute नहीं हो पाता. Then agricultural challenges, low yield, then low profitability, और related initiatives of government ने कुछ initiatives लिए हैं millet production के लिए. These are National Millets Mission, which was launched in the year 2007, and Price Support Scheme. It is basically for the financial assistance to the farmers and promoting millets in PDS, Public Distribution Scheme, and promotion of organic farming. And government is promoting the organic farming of millets. Way forward, very important. It should be a part of most of your answers. Where what is asked? Number one, challenges या criticize किया है, तो obviously what step now should be taken. So in the form of way forward, you can give that 2 or 3 points, but you should give. Number one, changing perception. Millets as a poor man's food through marketing and awareness. So now it is not a poor man's food. Now it is a food for a person who is health conscious and the person who believes in balanced diet. Then processing and value added products, and then adequate public support to the millet production. So this is your answer, and extra points also which you can use in the anything which is as related question. Okay, then in your model answer it is given that it is having high iron content, the same thing कि प्रोटीन में हाई है, माइक्रोन्यूट्रिएंट्स में हाई है, आयरन कंटेंट में हाई है. It is gluten free, like the persons who are allergic to gluten, तो वो wheat नहीं खा पाते, so it is gluten free, so they can have it. This photo insensitive, मतलब they don't need that sunshine all the time. Then millets can grow in deficient soils, मतलब जरूरी नहीं कि बहुत fertile soil हो, you can it can be grown in even less deficient soil. Then a small carbon and water footprint means they are economically sustainable also. So it can be a conclusion that from the perspective of climate change as well as health, millets have many benefits. This is why the Indian government places a strong emphasis on raising millets output. Now, coming to the next question. Very important scheme. It is what? Make in India scheme. Make in India scheme. Now let's understand the question. Make in India scheme was launched with the intent of making India self-reliant in manufacturing. Self-reliant in manufacturing. But it has achieved no significant feat. Critically analyze. Okay, देखो जब भी स्कीम कोई आए तो दो चीज तो आपको बहुत अच्छे से पता होना चाहिए, क्योंकि ऑब्वियसली जो स्कीम आ रही है वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है या बहुत न्यूज में रह चुकी है, बहुत रेलिवेंट है. दैट इज व्हाई इट इज आस्क्ड इन वीक्स. नंबर वन, व्हाट ईयर, किस ईयर में लॉन्च हुई. नंबर टू, एम क्या था. सो these two things if you provide in your introduction now, then it will be a very nice introduction. So aiming to make India a top global manufacturing and investment destination, Make in India was introduced in 2014. 150 words का आंसर है, 3 लाइन इंट्रोडक्शन, more than enough. And सिर्फ here are few extra points. Aim, which we have already discussed. Government boosted after COVID Atmanirbhar Bharat, like Make in India का ये extension था in the form of Atmanirbhar Bharat, which was launched in the year 2000. ये एक छोटा सा diagram है which you can draw, like कहीं पे छोटा सा बना दोगे, it will enhance the beauty of your answer. 4 pillars. Number 1, new processes. Number 2, new infrastructure. 3, new mindset. 4, new sectors. Now एक दो एग्जांपल्स आपका. न्यू प्रोसेसेस मतलब ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस. इससे क्या होगा? एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप बढ़ेगी. नंबर 2, डी लाइसेंस एंड डी रेगुलेशन ऑफ इंडस्ट्री. इससे क्या होगा? जो नए नए एंटरप्रेन्योर्स हैं या इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट्स हैं, उनको लगेगा कि यस ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस है, तो हमें यहाँ इन्वेस्ट करना चाहिए. देन न्यू इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर. इसके लिए क्या बनाया जा रहा है? न्यू इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलप हो, industrial corridors and fast-paced registration system. नया mindset paradigm shift मतलब पहले गवर्नमेंट का रूल कुछ और था, but now government is acting as facilitators, not as regulators. Now 27 sectors have identified under Make in India in manufacturing and infrastructure and services sector. Few initiatives. This is a very nice diagram. Use कर सकते हो. क्या initiative हमने Make in India के अंदर लिए हैं? Smart cities, we all know. Then Skill India, Startup, Digital India, International Solar Alliance, प्रधानमंत्री जन धन योजना, सागरमाला and अमृत. So the initiative is an open call to prospective partners and investors worldwide to take part in the success story of New India, because we are facilitating them. आइए हमारे यहाँ इन्वेस्ट कीजिए, हम ये आपको प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं. इन्वेस्टमेंट होगा तो क्या होगा? नई नई इंडस्ट्रीज हमारे यहाँ आएंगी और प्रोडक्शन ज्यादा होगा, एम्प्लॉयमेंट बढ़ेगा, प्रोडक्शन बढ़ेगा, डिमांड बढ़ेगी, and then ultimately it will lead to growth, economic growth, and then it ultimately lead to economic development. Okay, thus contributing to the human capital. Goals to Make in India program. We have already discussed that what are the aims of Make in India. This is the same thing. Now issues related to Make in India. क्या issues है? ये investment from shell firms, low productivity, and this in very short I have summarized this here. Issues related to Make in India. Large part of the Indian FDI is neither foreign nor direct, but comes from Mauritius-based shell companies, which are suspected to be investing black money from India only. So that money is only routed through Mauritius. So this is one of the major issue. Then low productivity. Productivity of Indian factories is low and workers have insufficient skills. So we have to work upon skills. Small industrial units. The size of the industrial unit is small for attaining the desired economies of scale. Because छोटा फॉर्म होगा तो इन्वेस्टमेंट भी छोटा होगा, वो उस तरह से उतना प्रॉफिट ही नहीं होगा कि न्यू टेक्नोलॉजीज को अपने लिए ला पाए. सो दैट इज व्हाई इकोनॉमीज ऑफ स्केल के लिए वी हैव टू आल्सो एनलार्ज द स्पेस, एनलार्ज द यूनिट्स. देन इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर. Electricity costs are almost the same in India and China, but power outages are much higher in India. Then transportation. Average speed in China are about 100 km per hour, but हमारे यहाँ अभी बहुत दिक्कत है, रोड का इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर उतना अच्छा नहीं है. It will lead to the backward and forward linkages to agriculture थोड़ा कम efficient. Then coming to the next point, radicalism. Definitely corruption है, government related steps अभी उतना स्मूथ नहीं है. But सब खराब थोड़ी है, कुछ अच्छा भी है, that we call achievements. तो achievements of Make in India. A variety of goods are produced in India, such as Tejas. Like defense में हम लोग बहुत काम कर रहे हैं, बहुत इन्वेस्टमेंट भी हो रहा है और नई नई टेक्नोलॉजीज एंड नए नए प्रोडक्ट्स आर गेटिंग इन्वेंटेड. So Tejas light combat aircraft by Hindustan Aeronautical Limited. Second, एक और एग्जांपल देख लेते हैं. Defense supplies costing 2059 INR in इतना ये देखो. इकोनॉमी का मतलब हमेशा डेटा नहीं होता. डेटा वही होता है जो मोस्ट रेलिवेंट हो, मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट हो. अब मोस्ट रेलिवेंट और मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट क्या होगा? जो या तो किसी बड़ी इंटरनेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने कहा हो, जैसे यूनाइटेड नेशंस, वर्ल्ड बैंक, ओके, और दैट इकोनॉमी से रिलेटेड कोई भी इंपॉर्टेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. आई एम फॉरगेटिंग द नेम राइट नाउ, सॉरी. एंड इंडिया के लेवल पे देखें तो नीति आयोग या गवर्नमेंट से रिलेटेड कोई मिनिस्ट्री या कोई कमिटी जो गवर्नमेंट ने बनाई है, वो कोई डेटा आपको देती है जो पब्लिश होता है. मोस्टली जो मेजर जो मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट होता है वो न्यूज़पेपर या मैगजीन में आ जाता है. सो ओनली दैट डेटा आप कोट करोगे, दैट इज ओके, फाइन. हमेशा ये इतना अगर फिगर आपको याद रखने की जरूरत नहीं है, जस्ट क्रक्स डाल दो, मोर देन सफिशिएंट. सो यू कैन राइट इट लाइक बहुत सारी मोबाइल मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट्स हैज बीन एस्टैब्लिश्ड which can also lead to, which are actually leading to the job creation. 38 you not need to quote. हाँ, लिखा इसलिए है कि so that you are having the idea. इतना roughly इतना है, याद रहा तो बहुत अच्छा, नहीं रहा तो बस point तो याद रहेगा. So yes, most important, way forward. क्या business ecosystem conducive for investors? Investors के according आप business ecosystem को tune कीजिए. Number 2, more reforms to increase investment inflow. Investment बढ़ाएंगे तभी तो production ज़्यादा होगा. Then products made in India are also made for the world. Very important and significant point. What it means? Made in India तो ठीक है, लेकिन ये made for world भी होना चाहिए. मतलब हमारा जो production है, ये हमारे जो products हैं, that should be certified. ये should be equivalent to according to the international standards. So because only then these products will be able to compete. Now coming to the third question. It is about digital banking units will ensure fintech innovations reach the grassroots of India in a consumer friendly manner. Discuss. So two terms are there. What? डिजिटल बैंकिंग यूनिट्स एंड फिनटेक इनोवेशंस. इन दोनों को पहले डिस्कस कर लेते हैं. व्हाट आर फिनटेक? कुछ नहीं है, फाइनेंशियल टेक्नोलॉजी को ही फिनटेक भी बोलते हैं. सो इट इज यूज्ड, हाँ, फिनटेक व्हिच इज यूज्ड टू मेक फाइनेंशियल सर्विसेज automated and improved. It includes any technological innovation in the financial sector which seeks to enhance financial literacy and financial inclusion. Now, what are digital banking units? These are specialized fixed point business units or hub that has been established by scheduled commercial banks. And these are having bare minimum infrastructure but to provide digital inclusion and digital services to the people of rural or backward India. There are few extra points, and they are not only provides the products which are new, but they also provide the products or the services which are already existing. What are the aim? Aim is ensure benefits of digital India banking to reach even the grassroots and grassroots section in all the states and union territories. But aim to ठीक है, but how it will ensure? By opening of DBU, digital banking units, enhance full banking activities in around 1 lakh postal offices. So, though they are providing the banking services, but जो पोस्टल ऑफिसेस हैं उनके थ्रू, क्योंकि पोस्टल ऑफिसेस का नेटवर्क बहुत वाइड है, सो उनके थ्रू ऑल्सो वी आर बेसिकली diluting the benefits of digital banking or banking services. Then next, people without internet, computers and smartphones are able to take the benefits of banking transaction through reviews. Third, bank staff are there to help them, to easily help them or to guide them for the banking transactions. Then cash withdrawal, they can avail their cash 24/7 क्योंकि कुछ automated machines भी रहती हैं, so in the night they can access that, और दिन में तो staff है ही to help them. Now, importance of digital banking units. What? Yes. Now, importance of digital banking units is that they will make it possible for people without ICT, information and computer technologies, infrastructure to obtain banking services online. Then, additionally, they will help the non-tech aware people कि also कि आप टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं है या अवेयर नहीं है या जानते नहीं है, so the supply staff they can help them. Then it is the same point. Services provided by DBU includes banking options like opening a saving account, checking your account balance, printing your passbook, transferring money, investing in fixed deposits, etc., etc. Even applying for loan also. Now, digital banking units challenges. क्या है challenges? Lack of digital literacy. Obviously, literacy digitally इतना लोग अवेयर नहीं है, इतना जानते नहीं है. That is why government is taking so many steps like setting up these DBUs to make them aware. Then threat of a cyber attack. So it is one of the major problem. According to Niti Aayog, yes, report you should quote that there is no provision for any form of cyber protection. As a result, safeguarding digital data and outside interference will be a worry. It is a cause of concern. Absence of any regulation, because DBUs are not licensed under the Banking Regulatory Act, so that is why they are lacking any legal identity. Conclusion. In summary, digital economy is expanding quickly. Future-proof solutions are necessary. If DBUs are to realize their full potential, then सबसे पहले तो issues like cyber safety and then data privacy should be tackled. Extra point ये डाल सकते हैं क्या कि to mark 75 years of our independence, government proposed to set up 75 digital banking units यानी DBUs in 75 districts of the country by scheduled commercial banks. Now, coming to the next question, what is E-rupee? Then, how would it affect the existing banking system in India? ठीक है, E-rupee क्या है? और secondly, how it is affecting or impacting the existing banking system. सबसे पहले E-rupee की definition. E-rupee या digital rupee is a type of digital currency and it is issued by Reserve Bank of India. इसको थोड़ा सा और नटशेल में मैंने यहाँ पे लिख दिया है मेन पॉइंट्स. It is a legal tender because it is backed by the government. It is issued by RBI in digital form. It is CBDC, means central bank's digital currency. अब government okay, fiat money क्या होता है? I am explaining here. A digital equivalent of a bank note also can be transferred electronically from one holder to another holder. So digitally now you can transfer your E-rupee. Then E-rupee is expected to affect the existing banking system in the following ways. Number 1 point, it will enable consumers to transfer purchasing power from bank accounts into smartphone wallets in the form of online tokens. तो wallet रखा है उसकी जगह smartphone में भी आपका wallet होगा. So in that way you can transfer. Now no need to carry your wallet. Then next point, bank notes will be similar to a digital rupee but without ATMs. And it will combine what? Security and convenience. Security, how? Because it is reserve backed money, and convenience because in the form of cryptocurrencies, etc. It is basically related to that new new inventions or new ways of money and money transfers. Consumers may believe that an e-rupee is a more secure alternative to bank deposits because it can be easily transferred in real time by phone pay, Google Pay and Paytm, etc. As more transactions take place now online, आज तो online का ज़माना है, mostly transactions take place in the online form. We people are using that in that way. So e-rupee is the need of an hour. Then Indians working abroad would find it easier and affordable to send their money home. पहले अकाउंट पे ट्रांसफर करना पड़ता था. Now easily through their phones they can transfer. Then अब obviously जो भी डिजिटल से रिलेटेड है, लाइक जैसे रिव्यूज में देखा या कोई भी डिजिटल मीडियम हम देखेंगे तो सबसे पहले चैलेंज इज साइबर लॉस स्ट्रांग होने चाहिए. दूसरा डेटा प्राइवेसी, डेटा का प्रोटेक्शन. सो साइबर सिक्योरिटी फ्लॉस, देन सीरियस प्राइवेसी रिस्क्स आर रेज्ड बाय द डिजिटल मनी. सो इसके लिए लॉज और एक न्यू इन्वेंशन, न्यू सॉफ्टवेयर शुड बी इन्वेंटेड क्विकली. नाउ need of the hour is a well-evaluated implementation is urgently needed because the use of paper money is declining and it necessitates the spread of electronic payment systems. Definitely in nations like India, which is spreading very fast. Now, second, furthermore, government must have a fail-safe cybersecurity strategy, okay, which will help in the protection of data of client. Second, foolproof, the same thing. Now coming to the next question, the national logistic policy is an endeavor to improve the competitiveness of Indian goods and increase employment opportunities. Discuss. So सीधा नेशनल लॉजिस्टिक पॉलिसी पूछा है और पूछा है कि इसने कैसे इम्प्रूव करना है कॉम्पिटिटिवनेस ऑफ इंडियन गुड्स और एम्प्लॉयमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटीज को बढ़ाने में. तो नेशनल लॉजिस्टिक पॉलिसी को थोड़ा सा दे देंगे, हल्का सा एक्सप्लेन कर देंगे. लाइक नेशनल लॉजिस्टिक पॉलिसी इज डेवलप्ड बाय कॉमर्स एंड इंडस्ट्री मिनिस्ट्री विद एन ऑब्जेक्टिव टू क्रिएट ट्रस्टेड, robust, cost-effective, technologically enabled logistic ecosystem in the nation for rapid and equitable growth. बहुत अच्छी definition है. You can just learn it and copy and paste it. It's a very good. मतलब in introduction it will be covering many aspects which are included in the national logistic policy. और 2022 में launch हुआ है. You can also write it there if it is not mentioned in the question, even if it is mentioned in the question. Now, goals क्या है? Logistic costs cut करना. क्या? From अभी फिलहाल जो हमारा logistic कॉस्ट है, जितना हम स्पेंड करते हैं लॉजिस्टिक्स पे, इट इज फ्रॉम 14 to 18% ऑफ अवर जीडीपी का इतना तो लॉजिस्टिक कॉस्ट में ही निकल जाता है. एंड और जबकि ग्लोबल बेस्ट प्रैक्टिसेस लाइक मोस्ट ऑफ द जो डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज हैं उसमें लॉजिस्टिक कॉस्ट लगभग कितनी होती है? 8%. Being the fifth largest economy in the world, India aims to be among the top 10 countries in the logistic performance index by 2030. Now, goals वही सेम है, उसी को मैंने वहाँ पे नक्शे में कर दिया था. Improve, yes. The policy would also be highly beneficial to the farmers of the country in helping them to tackle their produce to the markets at a faster pace and reduce the wastage. Obviously, जो backward and forward linkages हैं, उसमें logistic policy help करेगी in that way. Then coming to the conclusion, national logistic policy will facilitate a unified policy and regulatory environment for end-to-end logistics services and an overarching institutional framework that will govern the logistics sector and enhance its competitiveness. There are 4 features of logistic policy: sustainable inclusive growth, it is cost effective, it helps in the integration and technologically enabled. You can paste it, you can write it, you can mention it in your answers. Now, discuss the potential impact of climate change on India's tourism industry and suggest ways to adapt it. So, क्या पूछा है? Tourism industry पे impact किसका? Environment का. So, here actually it is a collaboration of two subjects. Now, India's tourism business is expanding as it draws both domestic and foreign travelers. We all know that घूमना हम सबको पसंद है, and similarly जो tourists होते हैं, so they are very significant for the economy of a country. But environment, like extreme environment conditions, definitely hampers the development of tourism industry. COVID के time में हमने देखा, so it impacted most the what to the tourism. And then also if the extreme environment conditions are there, like flood आ गया या snowfall बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया या now coming to the next question, it says discuss the potential impact of climate change on what India's tourism industry and suggest ways to adapt it. We all know that tourism industry is a very significant industry. We all love to travel, we all love to roam. But अगर extreme climatic conditions होंगी, environment का impact होगा, तो definitely क्या होगा? Tourism industry will be discouraged. So, India's tourism business is expanding as it draws both domestic and foreign travelers. Recent statistics दिया हुआ है कि there were 10.56 million more foreign tourists arriving in India in 2021 than in comparison to 2019. In addition, India accounted for 1.2% of all foreign visitors arriving in 2021. दोनों में से कोई भी डेटा याद नहीं, इंट्रोडक्शन में डाल सकते हो, इट्स वेरी गुड. नहीं भी रहता कोई बात नहीं, अच्छे से उसको बस उसका सिग्निफिकेंस देके क्वेश्चन स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं. देन बट क्या है? अनफेवरेबल वेदर और नेचुरल फीचर्स की वजह से ट्रैवलर्स आने के लिए डिस्करेज होते हैं. देन tourism industry in India is expected to see substantial effect from climate change due to the factors like changing precipitation patterns. पहले पता है कितना बारिश होती थी, या अभी नहीं हो रही है, या कभी जहाँ नहीं होती है वहाँ बहुत ज्यादा हो रही है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल राजस्थान, राइजिंग टेम्परेचर्स, जैसे नॉर्थ इंडिया में अभी हमने देखा कि एक्सट्रीम हीट वाज देयर, वाटर अवेलेबिलिटी एंड द टाइम ऑफ मॉनसून सीजन, reduced water availability, the absence of water resources in well-known tourist locations, which could cause water shortages for hotels and other tourist facilities. Definitely it discourages travelers to go there. Why? छुट्टी मनाने जा रहे हैं, चिल करने जा रहे हैं, but इस तरह की extreme conditions होंगी, even the water is not available, so definitely it will discourage them. Now unpredictable weather conditions, जैसे कहीं पे लैंडस्लाइड हो गया, कहीं पे फ्लड आ गई, कहीं पे स्नोफॉल हो गया. So if it is unpredictable, not in that season, so definitely it will discourage them. Extreme weather events like intensity of heat waves, North India, even people are dying because of the extreme heat. So who will go there to travel? No one. Huh? Infrastructure damage from storm activities and sea level rise. Then availability of ecotourism and wildlife-based tourism prospects may be impacted by changing in the distribution of plant and animal species. Then making natural disasters more frequent. The Uttarakhand devastation, where unprecedented destruction of the rainfall was witnessed in Uttarakhand state, was attributed to unscientific development activities. Some possible actions जो लेने चाहिए हमको, what? Creating sustainable tourism methods. Then इंक्लूड न्यू टूरिस्ट डेस्टिनेशन, लाइक जो ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्टिंग है उन्हीं पे बहुत लोड हो रहा है, उसको छोड़ के जो अनएक्सप्लोर्ड प्लेसेस हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इन नॉर्थ ईस्ट देयर आर वास्ट नंबर ऑफ प्लेसेस. व्हाई? बिकॉज दे आर अनएक्सप्लोर्ड और दे आर नॉट दैट मच मार्केट अभी वहां पे एक तरह से नहीं घूमा है, तो दैट इज व्हाई पीपल आर नॉट अवेयर ऑफ. सो वी कैन डेफिनेटली slow and gradually explore the new places and promote them. Then research and development. How climate change can affect India's tourist sector and to guide the decision making regarding the policies and the strategies. Improving public health system. Public health infrastructure could aid in reducing the danger of disease outbreaks that could deter tourists and impact of climate change on health. Then promoting sustainable tourism practices and diversifying the tourism offers and destinations. So, coming to the next question, how do you analyze the perceived trade-off between what? Number 1, poverty reduction, and number 2, environmental sustainability. What is trade-off? It is an act of balancing two extreme, two different things. Why two different? Number 1, poverty. Number 2, sustainability, environment sustainability. So अगर poverty है उसको हमें reduce करना है. So what we have to do? Investment and exploitation of resources. Definitely exploitation of resources will lead to what? Environmental damage. So what approach should be adopted? What we need to adopt is the balance, is the sustainability approach or balancing the two opposite things. So how we should do it, what we are doing till now and what we have done wrong. We should include these all things in our question answer. According to conventional wisdom regarding development strategy, efforts to reduce poverty would unintentionally have a negative impact on environment. Since poverty is a symptom of unequal distribution of scarce resources, already उनके साथ unfair हो चुका है because resources में उनका say नहीं था. It necessitates the production and extraction of additional natural and economic resources which have an impact on the environment. For instance, boosting food production, constructing hospitals and schools and establishing industries, which will lead to what? The destruction in some way of the environment. However, climate change and anthropocentric interventions challenge developed and developing countries and forcing them to rethink their development approach and environmental agreements, international agreements. The sustainable development method aims what? To balance eradicating poverty and preserving the environment through what? Technology and international best practices. Examples: India's Ujjwala scheme, which provided subsidized gas cylinders to low-income families. So in that way, we are helping poor to don't use the traditional methods like लकड़ियाँ जलाना इस तरह से, which is not good for their health and for environment also. So through PM Ujjwala scheme, we are providing them the gas cylinders. Then sustainable practices, public involvement and decentralized resource management. It will help in achieving what? Sustainable Development Goal 1, which aims for global poverty eradication by 2030. Coming to our next question, it is analyze the multidimensional challenges posed by the external state and non-state actors to the internal security of India. Also discuss measures required to be taken to combat these threats. This question is actually related to internal security. So, but it's okay, we can take this. For India, internal security has become utmost important. Obviously, सिर्फ threat बाहर से ही नहीं होते, घर के अंदर भी बहुत threat होते हैं. It is equally important because it is important for strengthening the roots. So, What are the threats? दो तरह के, state and non-state entities. A few of India's surrounding nations provide finance or training or coordination to insurgency organization. For example, China aids militants in the northeast. So, घर को प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए, नेशन को प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए एक्सटर्नल फैक्टर्स, जो एक्सटर्नल स्टेट थ्रेट है उसको भी हमें देखना है. देन वेजिंग साइबर वॉर. सो वहां से बैठे बैठे बात और उसके थ्रू हमारे सिक्योर इंफॉर्मेशन और इम्पोर्टेंट इंफॉर्मेशन पे जो अटैक होता है इज कॉल्ड एज challenges posed by non-state actors like data security, threat to national security, particularly in the areas of data security and cyberspace, as well as by influencing the laws of the countries in which they operate. It is cause of the recent blocking of the various Chinese apps in India. Now, measures to be taken to combat internal security matters. First, cooperation in communication between intelligence agencies and law enforcement services. क्यों? ताकि इन दोनों के बीच में कोई लैग ना रह जाए. Then, to stop any effort at cyber attack, reliable cyber security measures must be implemented. Then, government, media, and general public should work together. We need to have a broad understanding of national security rather than just a limited military perspective. While it is crucial to protect our borders and bolster our diplomatic efforts, we also need to keep an eye out of various non-state actors who take an covert guises. So, जो disguise में हैं, they are more dangerous. So, we have to change the strategy, or we have to keep in mind these factors also. Then, 60 plus by 2050. We all know that demographically we are a very young country, but आज जो young है वो over the period of time old भी होंगे. So, this is actually about the future thing, but a nation should be ready also from the future perspective. So, what should be done for that time? About 1/5 of India's total population will be aged 60 plus by 2050. In this context, discuss how the elderly can be transformed into an active participants in the Indian economy. Not the burden, but the active participants. Answer. Life expectancy is rising in India, and as a result, better healthcare facilities, infrastructure has improved the life span. Challenges क्या है for the elderly's upliftment? हमको healthcare needs में change करना पड़ेगा, because at that time needs will be different, so we have to ready for that time. It can be difficult to offer seniors a selection of high quality, reasonably priced, so that they can afford that and easily accessible. बहुत ज़्यादा दूर नहीं जाना पड़े उनको, so it should be easily accessible. So we have to ready for this. Then India's low HAQ Healthcare Access Quality Index. We are 145th out of 195 nations. The situation of the elderly is made worse by family neglect. Unfortunately, but it is true for some families. Low educational levels, socio-cultural attitudes, and stigma. Low trust in institutionalized healthcare facilities and other issues. Then vicious cycle of poor health and excessive medical costs. एक बार बीमारी हो गई, ठीक से इलाज नहीं मिला या ठीक नहीं हो पाए, then will again it will lead to something else, then will again lead to something else. So sometimes it becomes a vicious cycle. So we have to keep that in mind. Approach क्या होनी चाहिए? Senior first approach, which was used in COVID-19 vaccination. It was used, so it can also be used in our healthcare perspective also. So serve them first. Then government's role. क्या करना चाहिए? India has to considerably increase its public healthcare spending and invest heavily in the construction of medical facilities with the necessary staff and equipment, as well as in-home health. इन होम हेल्थ पे भी हमको एम्फेसिस देना चाहिए, एंड rehabilitation of the rehabilitational programs. Old socio economic inclusion, like जैसे यूरोप में यूथ आर्मी होती है, हाँ, so जो old age people हैं, so definitely they are having what very important thing, experience of life, या जो किसी important service में थे वो, so उसका experience है, उसका perspective है उनके पास, उसकी approach है उनके पास, so why not to use their experience for the betterability or for the usefulness for our nation, for our economy. So ऐसी कोई पॉलिसी, ऐसा कोई वे आउट हमें करना चाहिए. So definitely to transform our elders into a priceless resource for the socio-cultural and economic advancement. Now coming to next question, discuss the impact of fourth industrial revolution and the global economy, a job market, to implication for future policy and workforce development. तो सबसे पहले तो define कर दिया what is fourth industrial revolution. What it is the current trend of automation and data exchange in manufacturing and other industries. It is characterized by what? Increasing use of digital technologies जैसे artificial intelligence, robotics and IoT, Internet of Things. क्या अब ग्लोबल इकोनॉमी और जॉब मार्केट पे क्या है इसका इम्पैक्ट? इट हैज इम्प्रूव्ड द एफिशिएंसी, देन इट हैज इंक्रीज्ड द प्रोडक्टिविटी एंड कॉम्पिटिटिवनेस. द सेम थिंग, ये थोड़ा सा एक्स्ट्रा अगर आपको और चाहिए कुछ फैक्ट्स, आई हैव इंक्लूडेड इट हियर. ऐसा फ्लो चार्ट हम बना सकते हैं. टेक्नोलॉजी डेराइविंग फोर्थ या आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, IoT, ब्लॉकचेन, 3D प्रिंटिंग, supercomputers, robotics, and virtual and augmented reality. It will describe what the fourth IR is. Then job displacement. At the same time, automation तो आ रहा है, but it will be contributing to what? The jobless growth, replacing the traditional jobs. Then creation of new jobs, जैसे data analysts, cyber security, and artificial intelligence. But here, jobs are there, but the skill which are required, it is not there. So definitely, what to say, a gap between the demand and supply we are seeing in our India nowadays. Skill gaps, the same thing which I told. Widening income inequality, the displacement of workers and the concentration of high-skilled jobs in certain industries and regions is contributing. Fourth industrial revolution has significant implications for future policy and workforce development. इसमें key implications like demand for new skills and retaining for workers, job creation and support for the displaced workers, investment in technology infrastructure करना ही पड़ेगा, it is need of the hour, and data privacy and security definitely. इंडस्ट्रियल रिवॉल्यूशन की बात कर रहे हैं, डेटा स्प्रेड की बात कर रहे हैं, डिजिटलाइजेशन की बात कर रहे हैं. सो टू प्रोटेक्ट दैट व्हाट वी नीड, डेटा प्राइवेसी एंड सिक्योरिटी, स्ट्रिक्ट लॉस. देन इंक्लूसिवनेस, मतलब those who are not aware of this, those who not knows this, ऐसा नहीं हो कि बहुत एक गैप हो जाए, हमें सबको साथ लेके चलना है to form what? A nation. So inclusiveness should be there. In India, it is having an impact on sectors such as manufacturing पे भी पड़ेगा, agriculture पे भी पड़ेगा, services पे भी पड़ेगा. So, inclusive और fair transition के लिए we need what? Future policy, skill development and retraining, job creation, support for displaced workers, investment in technology infrastructure and data privacy and security regulation, and most importantly, inclusiveness. So, with this, I am ending the current session of economic of the questions related to economy in your full test. Hope it will be helpful to you. Till then, keep practicing and all the best. Okay, so coming to the first question of today's session, discuss how the development of airways infrastructure in Assam has impacted the state's economy. So definitely, why airways is important? पहले सिर्फ चिकन नेक के थ्रू हम कनेक्टेड थे, बट नाउ another route of transportation has opened. So how it is helping us? Air travel, सबसे पहले इंट्रोडक्शन में तो ये देंगे कि it is a positive impact on Assam's economy. Then development of airways infrastructure has improved what? Connectivity between Assam and other parts of the country and also बाहर के देशों से भी. और if you want to name the airport, then you can. Then improved air connectivity in Assam has also made it easier for tourists to visit. क्यों? Travel time कम हो गया. So definitely जो unexplored areas हैं Assam के, now they will also witness some or many tourists. Then example काजीरंगा है, कामाख्या देवी मां मंदिर है, and development of airways infrastructure has enabled the movement of goods and cargo in Assam, allowing farmers and producers to gain better access to market and obtain competitive prices for their products. So in that way they will be benefited. Additionally, और क्या होगा? Air cargo services has attracted industries and businesses to set up operations in Assam. So industries भी आएंगी and tourists भी आएंगे और flow बढ़ेगा goods and services का. In that way Assam's economy will be benefited, and it will help to also create what? Employment, like cabin crews also, और जो industries यहाँ पे invest करेंगी infrastructure में, in that way also. Then regional development has been promoted through the establishment of airports like Dibrugarh, Silchar, Tezpur में. So in that way it will be diffused. This has enabled these regions to attract investments and support industries and create local employment opportunities, leading to a more balanced and inclusive growth across the state. And if और इसी को sum up कर देंगे, then it will be your conclusion. Coming to the next question, discuss the legislative framework and policy initiatives undertaken by the Assam government to promote industrial development and attract investment in the state. So वो जो legislative framework है उसको हमें यहाँ पे discuss करना है. Assam government has put into place a number of legislative initiatives and policy framework to encourage industrial growth and so that investment will be encouraged. इनको name, if we want to name them, it is business, to improve the business climate, expand employment possibilities and promote economic expansion. Few examples: industrial policy, Assam Industrial and Investment Policy Amendment 2023. It focuses on what? Encouraging sustainable industrialization. Means what? Balanced industrialization. Means एक तरफ ऐसा नहीं कि just we are looking towards growth or production, we are also looking towards the balanced exploitation of the natural resources and raw materials. Then for the benefit of factory workers, approval to the Assam Factories Amendment Rules 2023. देखो बहुत डेटा याद करने की जरूरत नहीं है, but yes, जो important amendments हुए हैं, important policies आई हैं, that too in the year 22 and 23. Yes, the name you have to remember. So both to quote them and to make the points out of them. Then the amendments have been recommended in a view to certain omissions and errors in the existing provisions. Then ease of doing business. The state government has taken steps to improve the ease of doing business in Assam. तभी तो इन्वेस्टमेंट आएगा, तभी तो इंडस्ट्रीज आएगी. सो इन्होंने सिंप्लीफाई किया है what? The process of obtaining various licenses and permits and clearances through a single window system. Single window system मतलब बहुत जगह आपको जाने की जरूरत नहीं है, एक जगह से ही आप अप्लाई करेंगे, then it will be routed to different departments and then it will be going to you. So these small or steps are called ease of doing business. Then infrastructure development. Efforts have been made to improve road connectivity, expand power supply, upgrade ports, and airports and develop the industrial parks and special economic zones. Skill development. The Assam government has launched what? Assam Skill Development Mission in collaboration with various organizations and industry partners to enhance the employability of the local workforce. These initiative focuses on the sectors such as textiles, tourism, hospitality and information technology. Sector specific initiatives कुछ नोट कर सकते हैं हम यहाँ. Government has introduced sector specific policies and initiatives which attract investment and in those key industries like paper industry, tea industry, etc. Assam tea industry policy aims to modernize and promote the tea industry through incentive for replantation and marketing. Investment promotion agencies. Government has also set up the dedicated agencies like the Assam Industrial Development Corporation and Invest Assam to facilitate investment and promote business. Additionally, state offers specific incentives for the women entrepreneurs. So, it will be help in contributing what? Gender balancing, gender promotion and women equality, gender equality. Recently, the Assam Cabinet, it is the next question. Recently, the Assam Cabinet approved Category 3 of Microfinance Incentive and Relief Scheme. Discuss इसके key features of Assam Microfinance Incentive and Relief Scheme. ये इसका short form. So, इसमें सिर्फ एक स्कीम पूछी है, उसके फीचर्स आपको देने हैं. Name of the scheme, it aims to provide what? Assistance to microfinance borrowers and it targets what? NPA borrowers, non-performance assets वाले borrowers. It has aimed them. इधर एक ad दिया है. If you are remembering it, very good. If you are not, it's okay. This extension ensures continued collaboration between the government and the financial institutions to facilitate the implementation of the microfinance scheme. The implementation of Category 3 is anticipated to have a significant impact on around 8.73 lakh beneficiaries in Category 1. अब 8.73 lakh याद रखने की जरूरत है. अगर 9 राउंड फिगर भी याद है, around 9 lakh beneficiaries will be helped and influenced by this, then it will be good. Coming to the next question, highlight the history of paper industry in Assam. Also enumerate the various steps taken by the government to revive the paper industry. The paper industry in Assam has a rich history, we all know. And what are the factors which are actually contributing to the paper industry in Assam? Number 1, abundant bamboo resources. Abundant bamboo resources and then favorable climatic conditions. Then, paper is an important forest-based industry of Assam. If you want to write, then it's okay, and if not, then it is also okay. कि पहला पेपर मिल कब लगा था, किसके अंडर लगा था, it's okay. अगर याद नहीं है तो then it is also okay. Again, there is a fact, if you are remembering this, one of the 2 paper mills in Assam belonging to the Hindustan Paper Corporation, it was set up in Nagaon, Nagaon. It's known as Nagaon Paper Mill. So, besides the above mills, there are 2 small-scale paper mills. कहाँ? एक अमीनगांव में near Guwahati and दूसरा in Lord Kachar Hills. Assam government is exploring to revive the concept Kachar paper mill and use the site of the defunct Nagaon paper mill for expansion of the state capital. दूसरा, state government has launched a relief package for the non-defunct paper mill of the HPCL, Hindustan Paper Corporation Limited. Assam government will pay banks rupees करीब इतना करोड़ and the Assam Power Distribution Company Limited rupees 60 to 80 crores for their betterment. The state government will also regularize the pension of retired employees and deposit the gratuity among the among them with the Provident Fund Commissioner. So it will help them to enhance their position और appointment letter भी allot की जाएंगी. So in this way actually they are helping to grow the paper industry. और it's very important question, it is about the Assam budget, उसके salient features. Assam budget 2023 and 24. It is presented by Assam Finance Minister Ajanta Neo and in the initial months of this year. Key takeaways are: it is about the scheme, very important scheme, Ashtadash Mukutar Unnoi Mala scheme for creating self-employment in the private sector. It is very important and significant. Under this scheme, 2 lakh unemployed youths from BPL families and low-income households are expected to get benefited. Then, budget aims that by 2026, Assam will emerge as the hub of healthcare in Northeast India. Then, students securing first rank in class 9 will be provided with tablets so that they will be getting education online also from various sources, and free bicycles to all the students studying in class 9 in government and professionalized secondary school. They are also providing free textbooks to students up to graduation. Scooty will be provided to all meritorious boys and girls who secure first division in the higher secondary examination. Then, admission fee waiver to the BPL students. Abhinandan scheme, it is by Assam government to continue and to provide interest subvention on educational loans to the students. Then a satellite campus of Goodland University will be established, and over and above allocation for building infrastructure, there will be a total provision of around 21200 crores under respective heads for Pragyan Bharati schemes. Then last but not the least, Assam Urban Health Mission to launch with the aim to provide affordable, accessible and quality healthcare for the urban population. So with this ending the current session, which was about the questions related to Assam economy. Now keep practicing. All the best for your exam.